right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So another Jets practice is officially in the books, another padded practice. And, unfortunately, the biggest storyline, the biggest takeaway from today is Garrett Wilson's health, right? At one point in practice, about midway through, he came off the field, looked to be an ankle injury, did not return. Obviously a lot of people are on edge. And by the way, that's the reason why I'm filming this on my phone, because I just wrapped up watching the Saleh presser. I wanted to try to figure out some sort of information on Wilson. And although the tests aren't done, Saleh said that, there isn't really much of a big panic right now, which is a good sign. But obviously Wilson coming off the field, not coming back, it makes you pause, right? It makes you hold your breath for a second, like, all right, hold on a second. Is Garrett Wilson going to be okay? So hopefully these, the initial testing and whatnot is done relatively soon. We get some sort of update on the exact diagnosis here. Saleh didn't go into detail about if Wilson was getting an MRI or not. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But thankfully, Saleh didn't come to the podium and say, oh, yeah, this is not looking good, or he's going to be, missing a significant amount of time, high ankle sprain, anything like that. According to Saleh here, it doesn't seem like there's a heightened level of panic or anything like that. But man, you think about the injuries already, we can look at the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Ramsey got carted off today. A couple days ago, CJ Gardner-Johnson got carted off for the Detroit Lions. Today, obviously, Garrett Wilson. We're looking at Mekhi Becton not being 100%, Dwayne Brown not being 100%, Randall Cobb on the PUP list. Breece Hall, of course, is doing his thing. He's coming back from the ACL last season. But these injuries, Chuck Clark out for the year. He got hurt last month. Still to this day, I don't even know how he tore his ACL, considering that training camp, didn't even start at that point, as well as mini camp wrapped up. So it was just weird how that news kind of broke. But in any case, the last thing the Jets need is more injuries. So hopefully everything with Wilson should be good to go. So one positive from today's practice is the fact that every single player that has been performing well up to this point continues to perform well. Quinnen Williams, Zach Rosenblatt actually reported that it's literally a daily occurrence that Quinnen Williams just has a flat-out dominant play, where at a given point in practice, he'll just take a play over and it's completely neutralized. The offense literally can almost not even get the play off because Quinnen's in the backfield that quickly. Thinking about Q on this D-line for the next 5 seasons doing this is absolutely insanity, right? It's nuts to think about. So Q's doing his thing. Another major standout, continues to impress, continues to turn heads, continues to make plays no matter who's throwing him the football, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, whether it's Zach Wilson, whether it's Chris Streveler. Jason Brown-Lee. Impressed yesterday, had a couple really nice plays with Zach Wilson, shows up today, multiple touchdown passes, one from Rodgers, one from Streveler, has the size, has the college resume. Since the Jets signed Brown-Lee, he has been making a name for himself. He has really gone in there, cemented his status, if you will, and he's making a case to make this team. In my opinion, right now, he should be the 6th wide receiver. That makes the 53. For an undrafted free agent to hit an NFL training camp, full pads, not rookie minicamp, going up against some of the best of the best here, really good corners, really good wide receiver room, to go in there and make this much noise, make this much of an impact, yeah, that says something about where Jason Brown-Lee's at right now. Did the Jets find a diamond in the rough here? According to multiple Southern Miss reporters, yes, they did, right? I've been contacted numerous times saying the Jets got an absolute steal here. Watch out. He will make an impact. It's nuts. So one thing that, man, is admittedly really confusing is this whole Mekhi Becton situation. Obviously, a couple days ago, Saleh said that Becton wasn't hurt, and they're using a pitch count type of, a load management type of thing with Becton coming back. Obviously, he's missed so much time. You don't want to just throw him into the fire and expect him to just dominate. I mean, he's just missed so much time, whether that's games or practices. You want to make sure that Becton is 100% good to go. So I had no issues with Saleh saying, we're going to take it easy with that. I think that's the right approach. But then the following day, which was yesterday, Becton doesn't practice. And, you know, when that news came out, I'm like, man, like that's tough. Saleh says after in the post-practice presser that his knee, it wasn't good enough to go. I believe the exact quote was, his knee wasn't up for it. So then today hits, and I'm thinking, you know, will Becton be out there? And it's like there's conflicting reports between the beat reporters. There were a couple reporters saying that Becton, you know, was out there in full pads, and then Brian Costello comes out, I believe, like midway through practice, and said that Becton's not participating in team drills. And then Saleh didn't address it after in the press conference. So just a weird situation, just a super, super strange situation, like what's going on with his knee and everything like that. It's tough. Tackle, I mean, I don't even need to say it, but tackle is monumental for this team's success, right? If we can have good tackle play, it will take so much off the Jets' plate, right? As far as like worries and stuff like that. Potential negatives going into the season, or, you know, progressing through the season. So I'm going to do a whole separate video on Mekhi Becton. In fact, I recorded one yesterday and I was about to do some editing for it today, but I think I'm just going to refilm it and, you know, with today's information as well. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Another Jets practice in the books. We got the Hall of Fame game next week. We got Dalvin Cook coming to town tonight, officially visiting with the team this weekend, but I believe it was reported Sunday is going to be the specific day that Dalvin is like in the facility and whatnot. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and as always, go Jets.